at bbc.co.uk. One of the friends of this programme, the Brunch Show, with Nikki, of course, in normal times, is Bea Wilson from Cheltenham, who's going to be leaving her desk for big challenges this year when it comes to swimming and supporting the work of Sunflower Suicide Support as well. And I know it's something that we're just going to sort of talk about over the next few minutes here on BBC Radio Gloucestershire. And, of course, Belinda Wilson, Bea Wilson, our friend from Cheltenham, is from Glos Jobs. It's a great time to look for jobs in January. So we'll mention that in a minute. Good morning, Bea. You all right?
Hello, good morning and Happy New Year.
Thank you. Now, before we talk about your latest challenge, I said you did that Petra challenge, and of course, everything becomes last year. And of course, it wasn't last year, it was kind of just into the year before. Just remind people what that was about.
Yes, in the back end of 2022, my good friend Scarlett and I trekked across the desert, camped in the desert, and trekked into Petra in Jordan. And I raised £2,500 for Young Gloucestershire. She raised £5,000 for Cheltenham Animal Shelter.
That's a lot of money. That's almost £10,000 you raised for different charities, and that's why I want to focus on charities this week and people who raise money for charities, because without people doing these challenges, often these charities just do not get enough support, enough funding. So it's a brilliant thing to do. Your latest challenge, we'll talk about, but it's very personal to you, the charity you're going to be raising funds for, and that's Sunflower's Suicide Support. So maybe you're just happy to tell us as much as you're happy to talk about when it comes to that charity.
Absolutely, thank you. Well, Sunflower Suicide Support, I've only come across recently, actually. They're a Gloucestershire charity, and they provide support for people who are bereaved or affected by suicide. And I could have done with their services many years ago. When I was 20, my own father took his own life in his car in difficult circumstances. And we could have done with some support from the charity such as Sunflowers. So they're a charity that's really growing, mainly because demand is growing at the moment with mental health post-pandemic. And I've just decided to run a whole series of events for them this year to increase their funds. And also, as I talk about suicide, I come across more and more people who have either been affected themselves or, have friends who've been affected. And, people have lost family members, from youngsters to, people well into their late age. And whatever suicide is, it's difficult circumstances for anyone who's involved, who's bereaved. So I'm trying to talk about it, spread the word of the charity, but also raise funds by doing some fun events.
Yeah, I think it's a really good time of the year to talk about it as well. And as you were saying, maybe if you'd had the support of a local charity like that, it would have been incredibly helpful. That's Sunflowers, of course, Support, which is a brilliant charity. So maybe you'll tell us a little bit more about the swim that you're planning to do a little bit later on in March, I think, isn't it? Or that's when
yes. It is Sunday the 17th of March. There's a whole team of us. I'm a regular swimmer at Cheltenham Ladies College, and Cheltenham Ladies College Health and Fitness Centre have agreed to let us have the pool for 2 hours. And in 2 hours, we're aiming to swim the distance to France and back, which is 67.6 kilometres, which means we're going to have to swim 2,704 lengths in that 2 hour period. And a whole variety of people have signed up to join in. So some people are swimming 30 minutes, 30 lengths. Others, there's at least a couple of people who are going to go for 320 lengths, which is 8 kilometres in the 2 hours. And that just boggles my mind. They're proper triathlon and serious swimmers, those guys. But so there's a whole variety of us doing it. And everything that we raise is being match funded by the Eggleston Charitable Foundation, which is a local charitable foundation. happens to be that I swim with Pete Eggleston, who set up this foundation. So for every £10 that's donated, we're going to get an extra £10 that goes to the Sunflowers Suicide Support Charity.
Oh, that's amazing. That's a lot of lengths you're going to be swimming as well, which is great. I know you've got this definitely in March. So, as you say, you're planning this at the moment, and I guess for you, it's not hard to get people involved when there's a great cause, is it?
Well, it's absolutely true. And the more I talk about Sunflower Suicide Support, the more response I'm getting, and people really see that the work that they're doing to help people who've been bereaved, but also they now have a big prevention capacity. So they're helping people who are in crisis or who are struggling, as well as helping families who've been bereaved.
Oh, well, look, good luck with all of that. I know we can follow it on social media. I'm sure me or Nikki or whoever will talk to you nearer the time as well, and we'll cover it when it all happens as well. So thank you so much indeed for coming on. And actually, while you're on, because we're talking New Year and all of that, I know you run Glos Jobs. Just tell us what that does, and tell us why January is the time when people really reflect. I mean, I think I know why people do, but think about why is it now that people really think, actually, I've been doing this 23 years, I actually want to do that.
Yes. Well, and it's funny you say that, because I've been running Glos Jobs for 23 years. So,
well done.
Yes.
Well done.
So, obviously a lot of people take time off over Christmas with their family and friends, time to reflect, and they come back and they want to make some changes. So Glos Jobs, we advertise vacancies for 6,500 companies locally, and we've got several thousand vacancies on there at the moment. And it's a great place where you can sign up for the daily newsletter, the daily job alert, and then get the latest job sent to you. If you're looking, even if you're just kind of half looking, you can keep an eye on all the new vacancies that are coming out. And I'm just really pleased. Sunflower Suicide Support is Glos Jobs and glos.info websites. It's our charity of the year. So that's why we've got lots of things going on to raise money for the sunflowers.
Oh, good luck. Well, I'm sure lots of people will check it out. Best of luck with all of that and everything that happens this year. And thank you for coming on, B. Wilson. Thank you.